Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I believe America and Canada have gone on to daylight saving. Well, just to let you know, in Europe we haven't. And I have to say, I think it is particularly silly in this day and age that we have this problem with daylight saving and all these different time zones. It plays havoc with me connecting with clients. So, any clients next week, just remember, check first, go and check the letter Malta, because that'll tell you what time it is for me, and then you can subtract the hours for your time zone. That's the best I can offer because I just can't get my head around it anymore. And hello everyone. You are all here. Gosh, what a full house. Simi and Cosmic 3IA, Kay Ulrich, Shifting Veils, Shirley Mills, and Shirley Murray, and Sue NB, and Poonam. And who else have we got here? Janice, hello. And Maria de Rosa Joaquim, beautiful name. Love it. And yes, you've all got, oh, and there's Jim. Hello, Jim. So, Jim, as you're there, I'm still going to meet you at the same time tomorrow for our arranged chat. So I'm still going to send you a Zoom for 4:30 Valletta Malta time. And I don't know what time that is for you, but I'm sure we'll speak. Hello, Anne. Hello, Annabelle Sapphire. Susan Hutchison from Ireland. Hello, welcome. Oh, we are getting a nice full band of merry people here. Okay, Jim, that's good. That's good. That's got that established. Yes, happy Women's Day, International Women's Day. And yeah, aren't we lucky? We are lucky, actually. We're very lucky. And I'm a bit concerned because we're not seeing Christine in the chat. I do hope Christine's all right. And I do hope Zil in Northern Israel is okay. Hello, Boiling Frogs. Only one day? Only one day what? Oh, I don't know. Brenda Lee Lynch, you're dealing with daylight saving time as well. Kate in Italy, hello, you're just up the road from me. Okay. Is anyone else having issues with YouTube? It keeps changing your words on post when it allows you to post. It does that sometimes. It's all this autocorrect. It tries to read your mind and tell you what it thinks you want to say. And I go, I don't want to go and, tell someone to duck off. Anyway, I think, oh, we get the picture. Just checking my lights. Parry, hello. Good to see you here. And yeah, someone said, what war? Well, I suppose we could say, like Mr. Putin said when he went into Ukraine, it was a special military operation to liberate the Ukrainians from, I believe it was the Nazis. And I guess maybe what President Trump is doing and Mr. Netanyahu, they have gone into Iran with a special military operation to free the people from a despot regime. So, hello, Fabio. Good to see you. Fabrizio, 3 Shifting Veils, International Women's Day, only one day. Yeah, we only get one day. What can I say? Listen, if I start slurring, I apologize. I've bitten my tongue. I actually did it yesterday. Hello, the star. I'm just going to talk about my tongue for a minute because I've bitten it right on the side up here. And it keeps catching. Then when I'm talking, it keeps catching. And I went and got some of that lovely Bonjela stuff, and I've been rubbing that on. But now it just keeps catching with my teeth. So I sound as if I'm kind of slurring. So it's not that I've had any alcohol. I have not today imbibed at all. I may imbibe of a wee dram after the live stream, but it seems to be that I'm in dangerous trouble here of wittering. And that's with a Mercury retrograde. So we need to rein everything in, and we need to look at the astrology for the week ahead, because that's what I'm here to talk about. Shifting veils, clove helps with mouth pain. Okay, I haven't got any. Boiling frogs, you burned your mouth yesterday eating hot food. It's the same thing, isn't it? Yes, I know, I saw that, Cosmic 3IA. Iran has designated a new leader. Well, that's him, isn't it? Because they're not letting his name out. Have you noticed? They're not telling us what his name is, because they know that's going to be boom, he's gone. And then they have to go through the whole process again. But hey, that's what they want to do. You might have a glass of wine later. Yeah, Witter alert, Jim, absolutely. Annabelle, you were in Kensington yesterday. There's a row of Persian restaurants and shops. You went in and gave them your support. Oh, I think that's wonderful. Fantastic. Yes, I might have a glass of wine later, Janice, or a wee dram. I might have a wee dram. Turmeric and black pepper for inflammation. Okay. Honey on the area can sometimes soothe the tissue temporarily because it has mild antibacterial properties. Good point. Thank you very much for that, the star. Annabelle Sapphire, they have the old Persian flags displayed in their windows. Oh, isn't that lovely? And so I guess we're in it. We're in this special military operation. And I think we need to rein ourselves in from fearing it may become what I've heard some psychics and tarot readers saying, oh, it's like beware the Ides of March. It's the Third World War. Only if we decide that that's what's going to happen. The choice is ours. We can decide to stop. We can decide to stop and pull back. And as actually the news reporters were saying on Sky News this morning, President Trump at some point will get bored. He'll want to go and play golf or move the whole fleet to go and take Greenland. So we can but hope. Andy, hello, my love. You had the time change and you're a little behind today and you're headed to sports. What else is new? You always do that on a Sunday. Okay. Shifting veils. This Aries is tired of this Aries and Mars energy. Oh, I've got one to talk about today. I've got a Mars conjunct the North Node. That's a good one. Taking the side of peacefulness and empathy and civility, Parry. Oh, yes, Cuba. He might go for Cuba. Yes, I saw that. Yes, Poonam, he wants Cuba too. Brenda Lee Lynch, we can hold the intention of peace and love worldwide rather than fear World War III. Absolutely. And I'm on a mailing list for, I don't know if any of you know the Irish angel lady called Lorna Byrne, but anyway, I'm on her mailing list. And I got a email last night, and she had organized a kind of worldwide prayer intention time, which was actually for 7:30 GMT yesterday. But maybe we should think of actually all through our session tonight, think in the back of our mind, just think peace, peace, peace. Send it out. Send out that vibration. Let's not feed the negativity or the war machine. And as someone on Sky News said, we do know, of course, this is always going to be about money, 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 because, and we know why, otherwise arms firms and arms dealers and makers wouldn't do very well, would they? Oh dear, I'm so cynical. Hello, AMAC. Good to see you. Yes, Brenda, she is incredible, Lorna Byrne. I've read some of her books. They're beautiful. Imagari, hello. You're going around the village feeding the cats. Oh, lovely. That's a wonderful job. So Cosmic 3IA, he said Cuba after Iran. Oh, so Greenland he's got fed up with. That's good. Perhaps it's a bit cold up there. It's going for the Caribbean and the Middle East. It's warmer. Yeah, peace, peace, peace. Absolutely. Listen, today, because I've been wittering now for 10 minutes, you do realize that, Annabelle. What really hits home and very sad is the rows of photos of Iranian folks who've been killed right opposite the embassy on Kensington Gore. There are candles there in memory, so sad and so avoidable. Yes, I absolutely agree. And, rest in peace to these people. And I also think I've seen some reports that the school that was bombed in southern Iran was actually done by their own government. And of course, the sad thing is, it could well be, because they use these things as propaganda. And I guess that's why it is so important for there to be a proper regime change. I mean, I don't know. I'm only reporting what I read and see. So you mustn't always take what I say as gospel truth, because I'm just the messenger. Oh, thank you, the star. Yes, like and subscribe if you're watching. That would be really, really lovely. And share. Tell someone. Join in the fun. Yes, that girls' school, Janice. But we don't actually know, because I really don't think the Americans, right at the beginning of the war, with the precision bombs they have, would target a school. Not unless the leader was hiding in the classroom with the girls. All things are possible. And Janice, Parry, oh, hello. Yes, okay. Right. So listen, today, Venus is conjunct Saturn. And we've got Venus in Aries now, where she is much more assertive, much more determined to make her mark, and I think put good harmony into the atmosphere. And she was conjunct Neptune yesterday, and so yesterday, it would have been a little bit like, which if I think about it, yes, it probably was a little bit dreamy, a little bit not quite sure where things are going. The moon was void for a lot of time yesterday, and I noticed I had zero energy. It was like my tanks were empty. I just had to do nothing. Oh, I think I did manage to get out. No, I did get out shopping. Same thing on Friday. I was just zonked, but the moon was void. And so I think now, actually, the moon isn't void now. The moon today has been making a really lovely grand water trine. The moon is in Scorpio, and it's been making a trine to first Mercury, then the Sun in Pisces. And in turn, it's been trining retrograde Jupiter in Cancer. And so retrograde Jupiter in Cancer is currently trining Mercury retrograde in Pisces. So we've actually got this lovely energy, this sort of empathy and sympathetic. Isn't there another moon void tomorrow? I'll have a look in a minute. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, you were shopping yesterday and doing nothing today. I've actually had a very busy day today, and you won't probably have had time to see it yet, but I did a lovely video today with the lovely astrologer Alex Trenauth, who lectures. She's a very, very experienced astrologer. She lectures all over the world. She's going to be one of the speakers at the conference that Steve Judd is organizing, Shifts Happen Too. And so anyway, I invited her onto the channel, and we did a lovely video. We discussed all about her background, and especially the fact that she's doing a lot of work with introducing astrology to explain the cycles that go on for children as they're growing up, and in an effort to educate parents to try and understand why perhaps their children, I need to do one for my cats. They're just having a humdinger of a fight at the moment. Anyway, she works with children. She does, excuse me, boys. George, I do apologize. Can you hear that? George, come here. Spoticus. Oh dear, they are naughty boys. Oh, well, I think that's Mars conjunct the North Node, which I'll come to in a minute. Anyway, what I was going to say is check out this video. The title is Penny Dix in Conversation with Alex Trenaus, and it's why Saturn is the best thing that ever happened to you. And believe me, when you really look into it, you will find out all the Saturn transits that you have are the best things that ever happened to you. Right, let me have you. Yes, I saw Christy Nome was dispatched. That was good news. They need to do Pam Bondi next. Let me see. Yeah, cats will be cats. Oh, Jim, you've watched it already. Thank you. Jim's enjoyed the video I did with Alex Trenaus. Oh, okay, Brenda. So maybe you'll go back and finish it later. Nest Poetry, you've just channeled Joyce Grenville talking to my naughty cats. Yes, it is a bit, isn't it? Always while mums are on the phone. They hate it when I do this. Well, they probably think I'm shouting because I'm talking to you. But oh dear, now I'm losing all my place. Never mind. Yeah, so we've had this grand water trine today, which is really nice. Saturn is conjunct Venus, and that really helps us put some structure into our finances. So we may be thinking very strongly about our finances over the coming week, because obviously, you know, with everything that is going on in the Middle East, who does it hurt? Apart from the people that get killed, which is not okay, it hurts the rest of us, because what it does is it means we get higher bills and food shortages, oil shortages, gasoline shortages. However, because we have this grand water trine and Venus is conjunct Saturn, I just feel the damage won't be as bad as perhaps we fear. So we can hope. Let me see what you're all saying. When oh, you were writing a poem for the first time in a month. Yes. Oh, do you know, when you start writing, it is just amazing. I mean, if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and it has to be written down. And that is one of the wonderful things about creative writing in any form, any therapy form, art, creation. It always comes to us at the most difficult times. But yes, when inspiration hits you. Gas went up over $3 a gallon. It had been stable and whoomph, yeah. Grand water trine. Oh, okay, the grand water trine. I will. Thank you, Jim, for pulling me back to that. Well, the moon is in Scorpio today. Interestingly, it's conjunct my natal Saturn. So any babies out there born in 1955, round about May, you've probably also got the moon conjunct your natal Saturn today. And we've had this Mercury conjunct the sun. And I do think that with Jupiter about to go direct, which is the aspect I'm going to talk about next, I do think that the whole energy and sense of where we're going with what's unfolding in the Middle East, I think it will be contained. I don't think it is going to spill over. I could be very wrong, of course, but I'm using the astrology as my base. And at the moment, I can't see anything that says it's going to get worse. I do think as the week goes on, because I'm just going to talk about, let's just have a look at Jupiter going direct and see what we can make from that chart. And I'm just scrolling down as I do. Here we go. Right. On the 11th, which I think is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Jupiter will go direct at 15 degrees and 5 minutes. Now, when it goes direct, it will be trining Mercury retrograde still, but it's moving ahead of it. It's moving away. So that's kind of moving off that energy. And I think when Jupiter goes direct, the themes that we can expect to come to the fore, and this may be in world news as well, is about home and family, emotional security, protection, belonging. This is heading towards where we may see displaced people again. Because what we are creating, well, not us personally, but our governments are creating, is an incredible humanitarian problem again in the Middle East. That is actually what we're creating. We're not creating a new Iran. We're not creating, we're not going to bring about the downfall of the regime, at least not in the short term. Again, I can be wrong, but just what I feel. And I think that Jupiter going direct is going to draw our attention to the need to feel safe, the desire we have to protect our families and our loved ones. We need to build a secure base. And of course, this is one of the things that is being taken away from these people, because it's not just happening in Iran, it's happening in Lebanon, it's happening in Israel. There is going to be a big problem here. And yes, it creates distractions, shifting veils. And I think that when Jupiter turns direct, we start to see decisions start to be made and be taken forward. And this will be around home, land, relocation. So, for instance, for me with my house move, I may start to hear some more information coming out about the state of the contracts and when it's going to all move forward. I've not asked because Mercury is retrograde anyway. I just don't see the point. I'm just waiting. And I think also, though, we will start to feel a bit more optimistic about the future. Now, why do I think that? Because I think because Cancer rules land and shelter, Jupiter can expand any discussions we have about migration, national identity, and housing in general. And I think it can also bring our attention, because Cancer is linked with nourishment, to agriculture, food supply, protection of resources. Now, what I think this will mean is that we are going to see a massive humanitarian event or process launched in the coming days, because it's just going to have to be that way, because there are a lot of you said you can Sue, you're saying it can affect people's tempers. A lot of arguments at work this week. Yes, I think that's just been this fractious energy that we've got, and Mars now in Pisces, people not necessarily seeing things clearly and getting all, what do you mean, and all hot under the collar about it all. And I think that I want to actually move on, because when I do my midweek Witter, I'm going to look at Jupiter in more depth going direct. But because this is Sunday and I want to move on to the Mars conjunct the North Node, because this is on the 13th. So this is on Friday. But this is the time when I think that we are going to see a big surge of compassion towards trying to sort out the futures of the people that are being displaced. So I think by the end of the week, we're going to see a massive humanitarian surge to do with aid, etc. Leaves and gears, you're Cancer, but you're so confused of which way to go. Oh, sweetie, I don't know why you're feeling confused, because for Cancer at the moment, you've got Jupiter, and it's going direct this week. I think this is going to really give you a good lift. It's going to make you feel much more optimistic about things. So I don't see that. Okay, someone's asking me, oh dear, there's so much going on. You want the void moon? Just let me check. Let me check. Let me go here and check, because oh no, it's going to take too long. I'll look at it a minute. I'll come back to it. Don't worry, I'll come back. No, Fabrizio, our Western regime is certainly not one to be proud of. And Parry, please plant open pollinated vegetable seeds. Very good point. Martinique, gas prices are surging in the US. Okay, Amanda, I will come back to it. Don't worry, I will look in a minute. But I want to talk about the Mars conjunct the North Node, because I think, Mars is about action, drive, conflict, courage. The North Node, destiny, future direction, collective growth. The energy is being pushed towards a new evolutionary path. So because it's in Pisces, it's about compassion, surrender, spiritual awareness, dissolving boundaries, helping the vulnerable. So this is action guided by compassion rather than ego. That's why I think that we will start to see action taking place for the humanitarian situation that I think is going to explode over the next few days and going into weeks. It's a really big problem. So Mars, in this instance, conjunct the North Node, becomes more like a spiritual warrior, the rescuer, the martyr archetype. So it's much more about moral and emotional battles, and that's what we might see. So it's less about the battlefields, more about emotional battles, because this is where we might see the rhetoric and the debating and the looking at the what is this about? Because who gives anyone the right to go in and bomb another country? I mean, Russia did it, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and they're still doing it, and we haven't been able to stop them. Now America and Israel are doing it. Can we stop them? No. Should we? I don't think we can. And, I can't answer that. It's a question without answers. Oh, good, Jim. You're finding it interesting. You're finding it profound. Thank you. No, Kate Ulrich, I know that is probably true, that humanitarian aid won't be offered from here in the US. And may I say, what on earth was President Trump doing not taking off his baseball cap when those American servicemen who had been sadly killed in, I think it was in Kuwait, when they were brought off the plane, and he stands there with his baseball cap on? I just thought that was disrespect, I'm afraid. Just saying, just saying. Okay, Amanda, you've got an interview tomorrow. Will it go okay? You get anxious. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten you. Just let me get through this bit and I'll come to it. You see, I think we're going to see a little bit towards the end of the week of confusion about the boundaries within this situation in Iran. And the motivations will become even more unclear, because I think at the moment the motivations are unclear, and I think they will become more unclear. And we might find that people are resorting to avoidance behaviors, like drinking, drugs, anything like that, because Pisces can distort Mars. So conjunct the North Node, which is about our destiny, we may see misplaced anger. Now, we've got to see this on a personal level as well. Misplaced anger, deception or hidden agendas, victim savior dynamics, and emotional manipulation. So that sometimes we get with Mars in Pisces a sense that we're fighting something unreal rather than something solid, because we can't quite get hold of it. So let me look up what Annabelle wants me to look up. Christine, you're there. Okay. You're in Cyprus. You've been listening but can't comment. We are under emergency war status. Oh, honey, we've had missile attacks by Hezbollah from Lebanon, not Iran. Had missile interception. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Christine. Oh, I'm so worried about you. This is awful. Oh, please keep safe. Oh, the orange lemon. I love that. No use wondering why this or that about the orange lemon. Right, let me look up for Annabelle before I forget. Okay, I'm just going to go to the void moon calendar, and void, of course, moons, and tomorrow is the 9th. And we have a void, of course, moon starts at 11:27 GMT, and it ends at, hang on, 15:37 GMT. Now, I don't know if that helps you or not, but you're right, there's a void, of course. Okay. Oh, the star. Oh, bless you. Thank you for supporting the stream, and thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate. Remember, you can always give a super thanks, and just for the free content. I don't mind, but I do have to pay bills like everybody else. But I also know that we're all having to pay bills, and we are all going. But sometimes just a little bit is wonderful. But anyway, only if you can afford it. Please don't feel obligated. Yes, Kay Ulrich, he's definitely got health issues. He couldn't stand still. Looked like a little kid in church, couldn't focus, no. And that big red patch on his neck, I don't know what that's all about. But we're very glad to see you, Christine. And I'm hoping, and I'm going to say this out loud. So, Sil, if you get this in catch up, we're all here, we're all rooting for you, we're all sending prayers and healing and protection. Because Sil, for anyone that doesn't know, is living in northern Israel, and she's one of our regular Soul Fam members, and we don't want anything untoward to happen to her, or in fact anyone, but we're rooting for you. So, oh, he could have shingles. That's stress. That's stress. He should be in bed resting. That'll get worse. He could get really sick. Oh, gratitude. Thank you, the star. Jim, Annabelle, Jim, you're now studying spirit animal cards. Oh, in the honor of Christine. Oh, how lovely. That's fabulous. Now, listen, there is more going on this week, but those are the headlines. There's the Venus conjunct Saturn today, Jupiter direct on Wednesday, and Mars conjunct the North Node on Friday. On Wednesday, in the Wednesday Witter, I will look at Jupiter going direct in a little bit more depth. Hello, Mary Thornbury. And yes, it is International Women's Day. It's good to see that. Oh, did you just say that too, Kay Ulrich? Oh dear. I do hope everyone who is suffering gets well. Does that sort of exempt us? Yes, Janice, thinking of Christine in Cyprus. and our friends in your friend in northern Israel. Yes. Right. So listen, because we always do this on a Sunday night, I am going to tell you a story because I think stories can help us put the whole picture that we have laid out in front of us at the moment into some sort of context. And so once again, I have a Greek myth. And I'm really finding it difficult to talk because my tongue keeps getting caught between my teeth, where it's obviously a little bit swollen from me biting it. And so, no, no, no. So I'm oh dear, dear, dear. Well, oh, boiling frogs. Wow. Gosh, suddenly I'm having money thrown at me. This must be Jupiter going direct. What can I say? Super gratitude for the super thanks. Thank you so much. That is really, really kind. Really bless you. Joe Newell, moon sign Pisces. You're talking to Annabelle. I'm moon Pisces. We're going about moons. I'm moon Pisces. Listen, now where's Poonam? Because I know Poonam will want to hear my story, even if no one else wants to hear my story. But I've got a good one tonight because this actually is about the story of Perseus, who defeats the Gorgon Medusa. Now, I do wish you luck, Amanda. And I think the thing is, it was Amanda. Sorry, I said Annabelle. Amanda, I think that it is a void moon. Sometimes it means nothing much comes of it. It may be that you get called back, but not yet. Or I don't know. It's a tricky one. So it's not an easy one with a void moon, but you never know. It may just be that it all goes well and there's not a big deal about it. It's just, yes, we like you, yes, we'll have you, and you think, oh, what was I worried about? I don't know, is the your sun and moon in Virgo, Annabelle. Okay. We can't let the circumstances of the devil steal our joy and dim our heart's light. Parry, very well said. Story time. Yes, come on, let's have story time. So let's see. Okay. And now I've got to look for my story. Okay, here we go. All right, so this also fits in very much with the astrology. So, I like to use something that somehow it resonates with the astrology. And I'm going to tell you the story today about Perseus and the terrifying creature who was once a normal, beautiful woman called Medusa. Now, if we take Medusa as an archetype, she was the monster who had a serpent head. She had serpents coming out of her head. And if you were caught in her gaze, you turned to stone. And also she is aligned with the fixed star Algol. And Algol, that fixed star, is actually found in the constellation of Perseus. And my sun is only in Taurus, is only 2 degrees away from Algol, because Algol, I think, is at 27 degrees of Taurus, where Uranus is currently sitting. And my sun is at 24 degrees of Taurus. So that's a little bit concerning. So, right. So, okay. Are we sitting comfortably? Especially Poonam, who's very quiet today. I'm assuming, oh, you are? You're listening? Okay, right. Are we sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. Long ago in the ancient world, there lived a terrifying creature named Medusa. She had once been a beautiful woman, but after angering the goddess Athena, she was transformed into a monster. Snakes writhed where her hair had once been, and her gaze was so powerful that anyone who looked directly into her eyes turned instantly to stone. Many brave warriors tried to defeat her, but none succeeded. They all charged forward with swords and shields, believing strength and courage alone would be enough. Yet the moment they looked upon Medusa's face, they too became statues among the rocks that surrounded her cave. Then, one day along came a young hero named Perseus. Perseus knew that Medusa could not be defeated by force alone. To face her directly would mean certain death. So the gods gave him gifts to help him succeed in a different way. Athena gave him a polished shield, bright as a mirror. Hermes gave him a sharp, curved sword. And other divine helpers provided winged sandals and a magical bag in which he could carry the head of the monster once the deed was done. When Perseus approached Medusa's lair, he did something no warrior before him had done. But he did not look directly at her. Instead, he held Athena's shield before him and watched her reflection in its shining surface. Through the mirror of the shield, he could see the terrible creature moving among the stones, but her deadly gaze could not reach him. Quietly and carefully, he stepped closer. Guided by reflection rather than direct sight, Perseus raised his sword, and in a single swift moment he struck. Medusa was defeated. And from that moment, the hero carried her head as a symbol of the truth. Now, this is the interesting bit, if we think of what's happening in Iran, that brute force cannot always overcome danger. Sometimes victory comes not through confrontation, but through awareness, strategy, and the wisdom to look at things differently. If only we could encourage these gung-ho people with all their toys to find another way. And, the story very much covers the symbolism of Mars meeting the North Node in Pisces. The battle isn't won by charging blindly forward, which actually is what America and Israel are doing at the moment. They're just giving it what they've got. Bang, bang, bang. And, it's won through intuition, reflection, and seeing what lies beneath the surface. Now, just to tell you a little bit about Algol, who actually represents Medusa, Algol sits in the constellation Perseus and specifically marks the severed head of Medusa that Perseus carries in his hand. And the name itself, and this is interesting, comes from the Arabic al-Ghul, meaning the demon or the ghoul. In astrology, Algol has long had dramatic reputation. Ancient astrologers sometimes called it the most unfortunate star in the heavens. But and I think modern astrologers like to interpret it a little bit more psychologically based or metaphorically based, because Otherwise it can get a little bit scary, especially when you've got your sun at 24 degrees Taurus. Anyway, astronomically, from the astronomy point of view, it's also actually very interesting because it's known as a blinking or eclipsing star because its brightness changes every 2 days and 20 hours, as there are two stars that are orbiting each other and eclipsing each other. And ancient sky watchers noticed this strange dimming and brightening, which likely contributed to its reputation as an ominous or supernatural star. So the traditional meanings of Algol, and let's just think about this because we haven't talked much about Uranus lately, but it's still there, moving away, moving forward in Taurus towards Gemini. Extreme passions, and Uranus is conjunct Algol, intense emotions, rage or destructive forces, and losing one's head, literally or metaphorically. So Algol can represent the power of confronting what terrifies us. Medusa's gaze turns people to stone because fear freezes them. Perseus succeeds because he refuses to look directly at the terror. Instead, he uses reflection and awareness. So let's just see if I can find a little line to finish with before we go and do the tarot, because we always have to do that. So Christine, if you're there, if you've got your cards, and what's this? Magic Cat, your daughter's sun is 26 degrees conjunct Mercury at 28 and Algol. Well, she's going to have an interesting life, isn't she? I'm glad you enjoyed that, Poonam. You've been busy in the garden, Manuela, and grounding in nature. How wonderful. Poonam, thank you. You enjoyed the profound insight. AMAC is saying we could do with more diplomats, more like the Japanese ambassador who came to Glasgow with his Paddington Bear, went to visit the Paddington Bear that overlooks Hindland Road from one of the flats. How lovely. Binary stars, that's right, Boiling Frogs. And Jim, it's what we need to do with each other to answer this global challenge. Hello, Manuela. Magic Cat, yes, we've talked. And Simi, thank you. You love these stories. One final little paragraph that I'll read you. The fixed star Algol represents the head of Medusa in the constellation Perseus. For centuries, astrologers feared this star, but its deepest symbolism may be about confronting the things that petrify us and learning to face them with wisdom rather than panic. So there we go. So, I'm trying to think if I've experienced a dark side of Algol. Certainly, I've always had a fascination with the shadow, but have I had any Algol experiences? Well, I've certainly been visited by death many times when I could have nearly exited this world. So I suppose my life has gone quite dramatic at times, but that's another rabbit hole to witter down another time because I love that Magic Cat. She's a very confident girl and doesn't take any nonsense, and she's only 16. Good for her. Gosh, we need people like her in politics. That's what we need. Right, so let's find our 3 cards for the week ahead. And let's see what else we've got to see. So, that one wants to come out. Okay. Simi, you've got the Emperor, Justice, and the Magician. Okay. Well, that sounds quite balanced and it sounds quite positive for the week ahead, I would say. So maybe that's actually a good sign. Maybe, because if we just constantly, maybe what we should consciously do is whenever we just find ourselves not doing anything, just think, peace, I'm sending peace. Peace and, love to settle everything. And maybe the last thing we should think about when we go to sleep at night is sending peace to the planet, because there is power in intent. And I think it's, really important. Oh my God, they're just all thrown all over the ground. I can't even reach down to pick them up. I'll be all day. So we're going to have the 3 that have fallen here. You've got Amanda, you've got Chariot, 8 of Wands and 2 of Pentacles. And, they're nice as well, Amanda. They're good news, keeping things balanced, a lot of movement. So a lot of movement this week. So Christine, the bat, oh, lovely, symbolizes the need for a ritualistic death of some way of life that no longer suits your new growth pattern. Bat signals rebirth and initiation. Reset your destiny, grow and become your future. I love that, Christine. I think that's awesome. I love that very much. Now, let's see what I've got. Well, I've got the 8 of Swords. Well, certainly the world is in a state of, we've made this situation. We can stop it. We can change it. We have the power, I would say, with the 8 of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles, I think, is again that, I have this this feeling that maybe, just maybe, the people in charge of all the stock markets and the price of oil, currencies, just think, oh, for goodness sake, I wish these leaders would stop it, so that they're not being too bearish in their way of handling the market, so that they're actually thinking it doesn't have to completely collapse. We could actually just be a bit sensible about how things go. And I don't know. I know that there's this sense sometimes that amongst some, I think, psychics and tarot readers, I can't think of anyone in particular I'm thinking about, that people almost relish the thought of doom and gloom. I'm not a doom gloom monger, because I think we have choice, and I think we can choose if we get got cat hair, of course. If we get a difficult card like the 8 of Swords, which means all these problems of our own making, okay, well, it's up to us how we solve them. We have choice. We have a lot more power than we recognize. We've also got a lot of power up here. And I think it's time we all took personal responsibility and accountability for our thoughts and our intents, so that we are actually not thinking bad and negative things about what's going on, but actually sending out really good, positive intent for a speedy solution to this situation, which is in danger of getting out of control. And don't get me onto the British government, because I don't know what to say. I don't think I've ever seen Britain, and I mean Britain, not the United Kingdom, but Britain, look so weak. Because the fact that they didn't even have any ships ready to go to the Middle East, it just, I just don't understand. But anyway, I'm going to witter on about Keir Starmer and his, I know he had a chat with President Trump today. God knows what they said to each other. Not much. I expect Keir Starmer told him, it's very wrong what you're doing, because he's so strong like that. So, and it was illegal. So, and Trump will be patting him on the head saying, there, right, hang on a minute, just got to send off a few more, and he'll press a few more buttons. So, right, so the Nine of Wands. We will overcome, is what I see. 9 is a number of completion. We will get through this. We will come out the other end, and it will actually be okay. Martinique, we can break out because the restraints are rags on the 8 of Swords. Absolutely. It's not that strong. The Path card is also about a new sense of perception that will open, and your psychic waves will gain a much greater radiance. The corruption is worldwide through shifting veils. And Manuel, you said that you've got the Queen of Swords, King of Cups, and Two of Cups. Okay. You see, these are all quite good cards. Brenda, you totally agree with dissolution of war with Saturn conjunct Neptune. Was that Imaguari? Yes, absolutely. I just think this, I don't think it's, yes, well, I'll just say I agree. I do think you're right. I think that's a very good sense of what the Saturn Neptune can be about. And especially as Venus has been touching both of them and the 0 degree. And, you know, we've still got this, now when it's going to kick off again will be when Mars goes into Aries, April. We're going to see a bit of a, I think, going up. Simi, very good point. Simi is saying, Penny, I think all the world governments will be cleaning house after things settle a bit. Well, I think they'll have to, won't they? Because I think that, I mean, oh, goodness me. I mean, I don't think, in my experience, England, and I'm talking about England, not Scotland, not Wales, not Northern Ireland, England has ever had such a weak leader. And I'm sure my Scottish viewers will agree. It is totally embarrassing. This is why I have to go back to the UK, because I've got to sort them all out. And I can't do it from Malta in my dreams, eh? Lenny, hello, my love. Thanks, Penny. Hope everyone has a peaceful week. Patchouli oil, oh, lovely. The Star, a practical opportunity is emerging, but success, I nearly said sex. Success requires perseverance. Jim, see me calling all house cleaners. Shirley, here, thank you. Focus on the positive changes that you want. Absolutely. If there's just one thing you think about tonight before you drift off to sleep, just send common sense to the world, and just send peace, vibes, intense frequencies, and just say, maybe, you know, whatever your go-to energy is. Like, for instance, if you feel like angels, or if it's spirit or spirit guides, or if it's what else can we have, the divine mind, the all of the all, why don't we just give it over and say, come on, cosmic mind, let's give it to you? Because actually the cosmic divine mind knows far better than us how to sort this out. So let's pray that that's what the divine intelligence is able to do through us. It has to come through us. It can't happen magically, but let's hope so. Fabrizio, we can think what corruption has to do with sexuality, considering politics is a sexist field. Here. Parry, imagination is essential. Oh, Annabelle, bless you. Penny, hurry back. We need you. I'm coming with the cavalry. Visualize world peace. World peace or world peace. I love it. I'm all for the world peas. Save the peas, save the peas. I had some for my lunch yesterday. Lenny, you're in the kitchen doing cooking. Okay. Listen, guys, I'm going to leave you all. check out the video I did with Alex Trenareth. It's really good. It's a lovely little video. And we have some interesting discussions about the magic of Saturn, really. And remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'll do the midweek Witter, of course, on Wednesday. And I will be back next Sunday for the live week ahead forecast. And that'll be taking us nearer to the new moon in Pisces, which I must record this week. So I must remember to record that this week as well. So I might do that next Saturday. All right, then, my loves. Oh, dear. Before my voice goes totally. So, okay. So listen, I will see you all very soon. And I love you all. And you're all absolutely awesome. And take care. Have a great week. Stay safe. If you are in war zones, stay safe. Do as you're told. And, oh, you get interrupted. And Magic Cat, mwah, 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 everyone, mwah, mwah, mwah. Yeah, pays attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Absolutely. And I'm just reading all the notes coming through. Manuela, much love to all of you. And I will see you in a week's time and in between, I expect. Bye for now. Bye. Bye.